Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K, and today we've got some great news, some great confirmation. So we know that VeVe, they have released the article with regards to Comic Con, so I'll be touching on that. We had the conspiracy theorists that were saying, hey, VeVe, they're not on the exhibitor list, what's going on, are they lying, are they trying to scam us again, blah blah blah. But VeVe, they delivered. They said in the AMA they were going to be doing something much bigger, much better than just being a plain old exhibitor, and they have delivered on that. So we're going to be touching on that, as well as the upcoming drop as well, one of the first, well, the first reviewed Comic-Con drop. But also in terms of that, the article was released, and there were a few bit of interesting breadcrumbs in there. So I think, well, I'll touch on it in a second, what I think one of the other drops could be. And on top of that, we do know that Future Tech Live, one of their partners, they're kind of well known for exhibiting AR, VR, mixed reality stuff, and they are partnering up and hosting OMI VeVe this Comic Con. So we're gonna have a really cool experience with that. So I'm really excited to kind of get into that as well. And lastly, what I did want to just touch on was the effect it's had on OMI Price for today. So first, if we just go straight into the article, we know that obviously a lot of this stuff is the standard stuff that we would expect. They've given us dates, 23rd, 25th July. Each one of those dates will be Comic-Con exclusive drops. But this year we celebrate all things pop with a wholly virtual event, Comic-Con at Home, taking place 23rd, 25th. Now, it's interesting that they have chosen to put pop in all capitals, and I think that is really interesting, specifically because I am someone who attends, Comic-Con every year in London. London hosts the biggest Comic-Con in Europe, and I am someone who collects Funko Pops, so pop. And every year they will do a Comic-Con exclusive or a set of Comic-Con exclusives. So they did a massive Thanos one year. I've got the kind of MCM Comic-Con exclusive Chrome Endgame Hulk, Shota Aizawa from Boku no Hero. And yeah, I've got like this glow in dark Captain America from Endgame as well, another Comic-Con exclusive, and it came in a pack with like a t-shirt. It was really cool, like they did it like that. But I believe that Funko Pop, they could potentially release something through VeVe at Comic-Con. And the reason I say that is, if we go kind of straight to Funko Pop, they have recently started advertising for an NFT project coordinator, and we know that they are trying to enter the NFT space. A few months ago, that there was this article posted that Funko, they are looking to get into NFTs. They've got a major investment in Token Wave, and they're trying to get onto it via the Wax blockchain. Now, how much progress they've made in this, I don't know. Again, it is quite difficult to go from this initial idea to market. We know that VeVe had a 3-year head start before they hit the market, so they have positioned themselves as the NFT for as the Netflix for NFTs. So other companies can release through VeVe. Now, where does that put Funko? Well, they can obviously build out their own platform or build, release through their own through their own means. We know that Mattel is doing something like that. They already have their own kind of Hot Wheels NFTs that they have on their own kind of Mattel platform. But at the same time, that has not prevented them from partnering up with VeVe. We know there was a leak that Mattel is going to be involved with VeVe. So, it's just because a company wants to release NFTs through their own platform doesn't mean that they won't do it through VeVe as well. So we know that Funko Pops are looking to get into NFTs. They have already kind of started talking about getting onto the Wax blockchain, but every year they do Comic-Con exclusives, and because VeVe is a major partner of San Diego Comic-Con, and the fact that they've mentioned pop in their article like that, it just makes me think, yes, they will release something Comic exclusive. But what exactly could they release? Well, if we have a look, so we know that there are quite a few. Vegeta Comic-Con this year, I don't think they would do that just because it's Toei Animation, Shonen Jump. I don't think they would go for something so big, straight away. We've got Dwight from The Office. I don't watch The Office, but maybe. We know that Marvel's confirmed. We've got this really cool Venomized 4, potentially, maybe something else Marvel related. Naruto again, same reason as Dragon Ball Z. I don't think they would do that yet. Michael Scott from The Office, Star Wars, Darth Maul. Again, I think Star Wars is quite a big license. I know Comic-Con would probably be a very good event for them to unveil Star Wars because we've just seen Marvel. But again, I think because of the timing, we have just seen Marvel. It doesn't make sense to me for them to release two big, massive brands so close to each other. I think they would probably want to space it out a bit more just to keep that hype kind of going. So what I think alternatively they could do is release a Funko Pop as a Comic Con exclusive that maybe it's of a brand that they already have. They've got quite a few. DC, for example, would make sense. But those, may be Comic Con exclusives in NFTs, although the actual physical version may not be a Comic Con exclusive, because at the end of the day, all these Funkos are pretty much first appearance. It's the first time they're kind of appearing in premium digital format. So I think that is going to be really, really cool to see. Now, in terms of Future Tech Live, so they do have some more information regarding the event. They've already updated their website for VeVe, which is really, really cool, futuretechlive.com. VeVe is right at the front. They've got this kind of little clip playing as well, so you guys can kind of check out and see what's going on. Now, just in terms of exactly what we have to look forward to, I believe that, Future Tech Live being built out in Unity, I've had some extensive experience with Unity. I was using it before I even started working in my current role, and they have really, really great kind of support for VR, AR, mixed reality, all that stuff. So I believe that they probably have built a very, very good experience for us to get involved in, just because the tooling is there. They've got a great team, and we know that VeVe, like I said, they've got this established pipeline of game products to market. So I believe they probably, were able to work quite closely with the Future Tech Live team in order to build this out ready for Comic Con. I think it's going to be a really, really great experience personally. But just as some of the highlights that they had before, you guys can kind of see they have quite a lot of interest that comes to this part of the event, and because that interest is there, that audience is there, they're here to see new stuff, get involved in it. I think that's definitely going to bring a massive amount of people to VeVe. And they say that the outreach, more than 750,000 convention attendees, that in itself is like double the current amount of users on VeVe. So even if you get a small portion of that, that is going to have a profound effect on the VeVe market. So I think this is kind of why the team was hyping up Comic-Con so much, is, the outreach is just so big. And I think this year, because it's online, this number is just going to get smashed. Like, it will be way more than 750,000. That's my prediction. So yeah, we've got some interesting stuff to look forward to there. Now, we do have an update on the drop. So I haven't actually had a look at this myself. So Chaosium Cthulhu Idols. So this is going to be dropping on the Friday. Really interesting. So we've got Cthulhu dropping on Friday. Now, what exactly is this? So we have list price 50, 1975 editions. So not too many, but I think the Jade one does actually look pretty cool. I think these are going to be really, really great decorations for showrooms. We've also got the gold Cthulhu, same price, same number of editions. We have a bronze Cthulhu. I think this is going to be the least popular one, just because I noticed that when we had the drop for Amelia Earhart, everyone kind of went for the gold one versus silver one. Gold one listed for more. So bronze kind of, I guess subconsciously people relate to as having less value than gold. Necronomicon, Book of the Dead. What is this? So The Hound by H.P. Lovecraft, also known as the Book of the Dead. The Necronomicon contains deep mythos, magic, and knowledge concerning the true nature of reality, a description of the Voorish sign, and it said a chant to Yog-Sothoth that will open the way to worlds not of our own. The original version, known as the Kitab al-Azif. Oh, okay. They've chosen to use Arabic. That's interesting. Was written around 730 AD in Damascus by Abd. Oh, okay, so an Arabic name, Abdul al-Hazrat. Yeah, for those who don't know, I used to go to Arabic school when I was a kid. So Kitab basically just means book. That's pretty interesting. Interesting. First appearance, Chaosium is a rare. So are all of these rares? We are getting 4 rares. Very interesting. So no ultra rare, but we have 4 rares. Okay, I'm up for that. So very interesting stuff, like I said. I believe that people are going to kind of be using this to decorate their showroom mainly. I personally don't see these having a huge amount of value, just because the people won't know of this. And I've noticed that things that aren't like actual characters, you know, like for example the vehicles, the portraits, they tend not to do as well, especially on the secondary market. So we'll just kind of have to see exactly what happens with this. But you know, I am pretty positive with what's going to be coming. So yeah, really cool stuff. Now lastly, what I want to touch on is the price of OMI for today. So we did see that initial pump, if I just show you guys here, and this is kind of on the news with Comic Con and everything, and then we had a pullback, and we are now sat on this, well, we broke this line of resistance, and now it is kind of our new line of support. And we've seen this happen periodically. So you know, we had the huge Marvel news pump a little while back, and then you know, we consolidated, we traded sideways, and we had another pump. I can't remember what this was for, but you know, I knew that we were oversold, so we came back down here, and we've been trading sideways again. And now I believe we're getting ready for this kind of post Comic Con move upwards. But what I think is going to happen is, yes, I believe the price of OMI will continue to move upwards a little bit more in the short term, just because I feel that the hype is kind of outweighing the people who are selling OMI for gems to participate in the drops. But at the same time, I believe that yes, there are going to be people who are, you know, they buy the rumor, sell the news. They are going to be selling off once Comic Con kind of rolls around. So I believe we are in for quite a lot of volatility. I believe we're going to have another kind of sharp pump followed by a correction, just like we had on the Marvel news. You know, everyone was saying, hey, we're going to go to the moon. You know, Marvel's been announced. We kind of shot up. We broke the previous level of resistance, and then we came straight back down once, you know, the people who were waiting to sell the hype had sold off. And I believed, you know, the hype has been priced in now. People will sell off as soon as Comic Con rolls around to take their profits and then buy back in. So I believe that yes, in the short term we will probably see a bit of a sell-off still, but in the long term we are looking really, really good for a solid, healthy, organic continuation to the upside. Comic Con, remember, look at those numbers. 750 attended, you know, the exposure last year that were exposed to this platform. I believe that's going to be even higher this year, just because it is online and a lot more people are looking forward to it. So yeah, I believe we are going to see a lot more organic growth on VeVe, and as a consequence, a lot more consecutive burn of OMI tokens, which is going to drive up the price. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to go through with you guys today. Please do like and subscribe to support the content. Remember, we have a live stream tomorrow with myself, Daniel Lee, Taps Trades, and Wannabe Champ. We're going to be just sharing a few more cool, interesting things that we've been talking about. So that is going to be at 1:30 p.m. CST Central Time, or 6:30 p.m. GMT if you're in my time zone. So see you guys there. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.